I'm going to show you how to do a one-click install onto a Kubernetes service that gives you your own OpenFaaS Cloud, like we can see here. Each URL, each function gets its own URL, like this one, which redirects us to a Slack sign-up page and is defined in its own GitHub repo. Now these can be private or public, and we get to track the number of invocations through Prometheus metrics. We've got our auto-scaling, HTTPS, build locks, and a load of really cool stuff. So the tool that I've written with the community is currently called OFC Bootstrap, and it's basically a proof of concept of being able to do this thing, and when we finished it, it will go somewhere into the main CLI. The main place where I need to put my configuration is in this init.yaml that defines whether I want Kubernetes or Swarm, a number of secrets that need to be generated, and then some secrets where I need to provide values such as my GitHub app, private key, my Docker login so that I can push to my Docker Hub account here, a root domain, whether I want TLS or not, and a GitHub app ID. So what I'm going to do is go run main, and this is going to point at that file. So we can now see that we created the namespaces for OpenFaaS, we've installed Tiller, and in a moment we'll see waiting for Tiller to come up. It's ready, creating all the secrets that we wanted. Some of these are generated, as you can see there, and some are actually read from files. Minio is now being provisioned into the cluster that stores logs for us. And we can see OpenFaaS being installed. What have we got next? So this is all happening very, very fast. The sealed secrets controller from Bitnami is being installed, and then we have the certificate that we can use to seal secrets in the cluster. And finally, it's doing a clone cloud component. So this is all a mix of Go code that does templating and Bash. And the Bash will do things like apply the builder, which is build kit, apply the sealed secrets RBAC role. It will set up different secrets for us, does a port forward to the gateway, and so all of that took 68 seconds. And if we take a look at kubectl get service, we can see that we got a load balancer created for Nginx, and that has been assigned an IP address. Now fortunately that does match the IP address of when I ran this last. So if we ping system.staging OpenFaaS.io, we're actually resolving through to this already. And that's because I set that up in my Google Cloud DNS earlier. So what do we need to do now? Well, what we have is a GitHub app that's installed here, and it receives messages whenever I do a commit into my repo. So I have a repository that has this app installed, and every time I make a change to a file and hit commit, a series of events fires off, and we'll see that starting here with a GitHub push event. That has got a response here saying I've accepted it, it looks good to me, and then we've got the call ID and some other data that's come back from it for us. Over on the OpenFaaS dashboard, we'll be able to see how things are going, which is system/dashboard/username. And we've got no functions yet, but that's probably because they're currently being built, and they will basically show up on this page. Now on the stack, or on the test functions, we can click on the commits page, and the commits page has now got a status, so we can see one of the functions has been deployed already. It took less than a minute. We had some build logs come in for it. There's the overall deployment, and then there's a Python world function that's building as well. We may already see the first. So we can see the first function here. So we've really gone from nothing to the same experience that we've got set up on the community cluster. We've got links for each one of our functions, as you can see in the GitHub status below. We can click into this. We can then go off and see the build logs if there are any issues running the unit tests. And this corresponds now to a Docker image that's been pushed up on the hub. From here, you can allow users to sign up for your OpenFaaS Cloud, whether that just be you yourself or a number of people, and they can each have their own login, their own area and dashboard. And here we see the other function has appeared now as well. So that's a complete end-to-end demo of setting OpenFaaS Cloud. It took around 60 seconds, 68 seconds to run the entire automation, and now we have a fully working system. So if you want to know more, come over to the OpenFaaS Slack and ask how you can get involved.